Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dr. Taylor, Spinal Chiropractic. Today I want to talk to you about getting better sleep. Here's some really easy tips to do it. Number one, and obviously coming from a completely biased standpoint, get adjusted. Everyone who comes in here, 99% of people who come in here with all sorts of different ailments, all sorts of chief complaints, if you will, whether it's an arm thing, a low back thing, a neck thing, a headache thing. One of the things that everyone reports back after the first few adjustments is, how you feeling? This is better, that's better. I'm sleeping better. Why? Why do people who go to a chiropractor sleep better? It's super easy. Quick anatomy here. There's your skull. There's your spine. You've got 7 bones in your neck, 12 in your mid-back, 5 in your low back. You've got a stack of 24 different individually movable, bendable, twistable vertebrae in here. And every single one of these sends messages back to your brain, right? Because your brain up here, it's bigger than that, I hope. Your brain up here has to keep track of what every single joint in your body is doing. And the joints in your spine, there's nowhere else in your body, save for maybe your feet or hands, where there is such a large number of joints to keep track of, all doing the same or similar function as there is in your spine. So if we've got 24 different individual movable bones in there, if we zoom in on basically just a couple of them, we're looking at you from behind. So there's one vertebra, there's another vertebra, and we'll put a third one in here in this joint complex. All these things have to be able to bend and move and twist, but not only that, they have to send signals back to the brain to let it know where they are, what they're doing, and how the space around them is going, okay? So if you get one of these that's bent or torqued or twisted, out of alignment, subluxated in any way, shape, or form, it's going to cause a distortion in the movement, and it's going to send those signals back to the brain and let it know, hey, something's not quite right here. How does this affect sleep? Your brain has to control everything. Every single function in your body starts up top here. And even that function includes sleep. So if it's worried about you, it being your brain, is worried about you breathing, as it should be, if it's making sure your heart's beating, if it's making sure that all the stuff that you ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is getting through the digestive tract, if it's trying to get that pillow just right, if it's wondering about what happened at work today, you had that argument and then you're like, oh man, if I just said this, I would have nailed it. And also, oh man, I got this crick in my neck and I got this sharp stabbing pain right by my shoulder blade here. And I got this general just dull, numb ache going on in my low back caused by bones out of place. It's super easy. Here's a wonderful analogy that I got when I was going through my internships. Let's say this here is your stress bucket. This is all the stress your body can handle and that your brain can deal with. This is all those things we're talking about, the stuff that happened at work, the drive, the kids, oh crap, we got to wear costumes this week, whatever. All this stuff's going on. This is what your brain has to deal with. And this is the stuff that it starts to think about when you lay your head on your pillow, including the stuff you got going on in your joints. What happens? Our stress level rises from any number of things, and then eventually it starts to overflow. And when that stress bucket overflows, that's when symptoms arise. And symptoms can be something that we're all readily aware of, like pain or heck, hives, cold, whatever, cold sweats. It can also be lack of sleep. So if we can remove in some way, shape, or form some of this stress from your bucket, your brain's got less to deal with. It can concentrate its energy on the more important things, like sleep. So if I can take this vertebra and I can square it up, for lack of a better word, it's far more involved than that, but if I can square this thing up and I can eliminate that negative impulse going back into the brain, and all of a sudden, hey, what's going on here? Oh, nothing, just chilling, doing what we're supposed to do. Okay, cool. Thanks, body. I'm going to worry about all this other stuff. It removes stress. It allows you to relax. If you can relax better, then you can sleep better. It's just that simple. You take away a physical stress from the body. You take away a negative physical stimulus that the brain has to deal with, then you sleep better. You rest easier. This is why chiropractic works. This is why you go throughout your day after being adjusted and you're like, hey, I'm moving better. I'm going through my day better. My mind is clear. The brain fog is gone because the brain's dealing with less. It's dealing with less negative stuff. If something's going good, cool, you don't have to pay attention to it nearly as much. If all 24 of these bones in your spine are lined up properly, moving properly, functioning properly, not in a state of distress or disease, that's less the brain has to deal with. That's the less the brain has to deal with. You can lay your head down at night, then you sleep better. It's seriously, it's just that simple. You make sure all 24 of these bones in your spine are lined up properly so your body can function at or as close to 100% as it can. You've got more room in your stress bucket. It's not a clinical thing, it's just an analogy. You've got more room in your stress bucket. It's not overflowing. Your brain's not overflowing, so your mind's not racing as much. Generally speaking, you could take anything that fills this stress bucket and put it into one of three categories. And the easiest way to remember this, if you just look at your keyboard, which is a cause of stress for some people, what is that key right there? It's the escape key. So we go ESC. Every stress you have is going to be either environmental, structural, or chemical. Environmental, stuff around you, stuff you got to deal with. Structural, that's how this skin-covered meat sack, that's why this thing falls in. Chemical, that's what you're putting into your body, what you're breathing, what you're drinking, what you're eating. So if I take care of that guy right there, then all of a sudden, this guy right here is dealing with less. Or this girl right here is dealing with less. We take care of the structural dysfunctions you got going on. You move better, you live better, you sleep better, you eat better, you act better, you earn more, you do more. You're a better person. It's amazing what sleep can do, right? It makes you a better person. How do you get better sleep? You go to a better chiropractor. So if this sounds like something, man, like that hit the nail on the head, something that you can relate to whether you want to or not, or somebody that you know, like, love, or trust is dealing with these kind of things, send them on in here. We'll help anyone who walks through that door. We're ready to help you when you're ready to be your best, naturally, right here at Aspire Chiropractic.